Fungi. Mycosis is the fungal infection. Here we're going to talk about five topics. And the first one is systemic. The next one, subcutaneous mycosis. We have cutaneous mycosis, superficial mycosis, and opportunistic pathogens. And yes, fungi can be pathogens. So we will talk about that. First one is systemic. And an example is histoplasmosis of a fungi that can be found in the soil. Once inhaled, it can dwell deep in the body. Systemic mycosis. Subcutaneous mycosis. Two examples here. I have saprophytic fungi and sporotrichosis. Sporotrichosis has spores and mycelial fragments that can dwell beneath the skin. They are found in soil and vegetation. Subcutaneous mycosis. Our next one is cutaneous mycosis, or another name for it is dermatomycosis. Now, with this, we have a specific fungi called dermatophytes that produce keratinase. Now, keratinase is a specific enzyme that degrades keratin. Now, where can you find keratin? Well, in your nails, hair, and epidermis. Superficial mycosis. Now you can find these fungi in the tropics. Now, once they are able to infect the host, you can find them in the surface of the epidermal cells and the hair shafts. Well, like I mentioned, fungi can be pathogens, opportunistic pathogens. A specific one here I wrote down for an example is pneumocystis. Now, these opportunistic pathogens can wreak havoc on those who have compromised immune systems. Protozoa, Aplycoplexa Plasmodium. They are parasites. They produce enzymes that penetrate the host tissue. Plasmodium is known for causing malaria and reproduction. Let's talk about reproduction. They sexually reproduce in Anopheles mosquitoes. Now, this infected mosquito will then bite the host or bite the human and inject sporozoites. Now, sporozoites are able to go through schizogony. They will be able to multiply into thousands of parazoites that can then infect the liver of the host. From there, the blood is then infected. Helminths, cestodes, better known as tapeworms. They are found in the host, specifically the intestinal mucosa. Now, even though that they are attached to the intestine of the host, doesn't mean that they feed off of the host, but what they do is absorb food through the cuticles. Now, people use feces as fertilizer. So the feces would have the eggs of the tapeworm or the actual tapeworm, adult tapeworm itself in the feces, and they use the feces as fertilizer to grow their crops. Now, they can eat those crops, or the animals that they eat can eat those crops and ingest the eggs of the tapeworm or the adult tapeworm. And I'll give you two examples. We have the beef tapeworm, Tinea saginata, and pork tapeworm, Tinea solium. Need more help? Click the link in my description box to get started with your microbiology study.